You're watching live in the DTV. We are joined today by Miss Lauren Tompkins, who is part of Vista Maria. We're going to get into what Vista Maria is and how it began. Vista Maria is a community of others. It is an agency that provides a safe environment for youth who have been through trauma. The foster care is responsible for seeking out those special individuals that are willing to open up their home temporarily or permanently for the youth. And we are joined by a member of Vista Maria right now, Miss Lauren Tompkins. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So what got you into this? What got you interested in Vista Maria? And tell us a little bit more about that.
I actually did some work with the Wayne County Juvenile Detention Facility. So some of the kids did come from Vista Maria, whether they, decided to be truant or whatnot. So they kind of like told me what was going on at that at the placement and what it pretty much it entailed. I mean, they didn't want to be at the detention and they didn't want to be at Vista Maria either. So
right.
But just being,
I'm sorry, go on.
So just, being able to just talk with the kids there and just, get to know what they've been through and what they were struggling through with the court system, just kind of just watching them go through the court system wasn't something I really enjoyed seeing. I wanted to kind of be in a different facet, if you will, of helping the kids kind of get through those particular situations and stuff. So, they mentioned a couple of places. They're like, hey, Miss T, I think you would be good in these areas like safe house or safe haven kind of homes and stuff. So, and I knew about Vista Maria just, based off of what I was hearing, and I just gave it a shot and they brought me in. So
sounds good. Sounds good. Now give us a little bit more information on Vista Maria. So it's an organization that provides safe environments for the youth. Is it an orphanage or is a little bit more to it?
So pretty much like if a kid gets removed from a home, whether it's from neglect or abuse purposes, sometimes they send the kids to Vista Maria just to kind of recover from that particular situation. And then they can get the treatment that they need there. Also, it's like you said, it's a safe environment for them to kind of wait and figure out, what's going on with their family and whether or not they need to, do counseling with their family in order to return home or not. So, it's kind of like a temporary place until they kind of go through the system, but, it provides a lot of other services to them. So it's not like you're just locked up and waiting. You get to go to school, you get to do activities, you get to go outside, you get to still feel like a kid in a sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that sounds fantastic for them, especially while they're getting ready for their next stage in life. Now, how does one go about opening their home and what makes a good candidate?
Pretty much like if you're able to, pay your bills and you're not struggling and you can take a kid in and not struggle, then that's something we just don't want to put another person into a difficult situation along with putting the kid in another difficult situation. So if you have the means to do so, that's a factor. Also, if you have the heart to do so, because a lot of these kids get placed in homes where they just see them as a check, and that's not what we want. We want someone that's gonna give them that nurturing and that family-like environment that they might not have gotten growing up. So, it's right. And if they got kids too, that's always a plus because they're not going to be alone. They're going to have somebody that's they can hang out with that's not an adult. So.
Yeah, and that's important for them to be around other children, other peer groups, so that way they're not just, okay, you got me, but now I'm sitting at home all day or just going to school and coming home. Now you said just if this person has a good steady income and it's a stable environment, that makes a good candidate. What about someone maybe like myself who doesn't have necessarily a situation to house a child, but still like want to help, want to reach out, want to maybe do some positive things for someone in their life?
Meaning just like mentoring or
Yeah,
like
like
volunteer?
mentor, like a big brother, big sister program or anything. Is there anything with that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We work, we have a section in Vista Maria. It's called A Journey to Success. And they work pretty much with like volunteers and mentoring. We got some great individuals that just come in and just do like all kinds of activities with the kids, um, sports. It was a guy, I think it was called 1%. He came in and did a step class that the kids really loved. It was step
Nice.
aerobics. Um, so they love doing that. And, kids don't really like to work out anymore. So that was just great to see in itself.
Yeah.
Um, and we like I said, the journey to success people, they have food chemistry people that came in. We had people that kind of came in and just to give kids encouragement to just speak positively about themselves.
Hmm.
So there's so many opportunities and things. Like if you can think of something great to do with a kid, then by all means we're willing to listen, and we're willing to point you in the right direction to what section of Vista Maria that definitely can just take that and push it further along.
So they can do things like field trips and everything like that they would at school or something. You can organize something like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course it's going to be behavior based, but
Hmm.
I mean, as long as they're doing what they need to do and following their programs, yeah, their access to just going outside and going to get their nails done or going to, going out to eat and stuff like that.
Hmm.
They're more than happy to allow those things. We even have vehicles that will take them. We have our own vehicles that will take them outside and just, hey, you want to go get your nails done, your hair done, you want to go see your family, for the weekend. We can provide you access to do that too. So,
Okay, sounds good. Now, what other ways, again, we talked about, we got programs, we got, of course, housing the child is the best way if you can house them, but are there any other ways we can assist? I think that this is a good way, getting representation, getting the word out there so people know what's going on, but are there any other ways we can help?
absolutely. I mean, a lot of these kids need the basic necessities like um, bathroom products. We Someone was currently just asking about blankets. It's
Hmm.
going to get cold before you know it, so
Yeah.
we're trying to get ready. I know we're trying to work on a back to school event, so school supplies are going to be start popping up soon. So we take donations in whatever form and whatever means someone is willing to give us. If it's money, we can use that money to get those supplies, or if you have those you're willing to go and get those supplies and drop them off, we'll take that as well.
Okay. Now, not for any extortion purposes or anything,
Of course
but
not.
for some of the older children that you may have in your care, the ones 14, 15, 16. What about, and I know they're going through different things, going through the systems. What about job opportunities for them? Are you someone able to come and say, hey, I think some of these youth can be maybe gain some good from working with me, and I pay them. Obviously, we're not looking for free labor, but somebody reaching out that way would
Oh
be,
yes, absolutely. Like you said, once you hit like when these kids, they already think they're grown, even though they're like 14.
yeah.
But once they hit 16 and they know, hey, I can get a job and start providing for myself, we definitely want them to feel like they can just, start that process up. I know we were trying to get them their birth certificates and the social security cards and teaching them about like, hey, if you do get a job, you need to open up a checking account so that you know where your money is and you're not just carrying it on you.
Hmm.
So but yeah, when it comes to like job opportunities, yes, we want them to be as independent as, especially as they get older and closer to aging out of the system, if that is the case.
Hmm.
We also offer independent living to the kids, which is pretty much, well, semi-independent and independent living. So we can help them a little bit, but we can also kind of give them like an apartment like environment where they have to pay a little bit of rent, but it's not as much as somebody that's out in the real
Right.
world might have to worry about. So but still, giving them that adult feeling until they're ready to just okay, I think I can handle it on my own.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
because apartments downtown right now cost about $1,000. So we don't want to
yes,
start them off there.
right. No, of course not.
And it sounds like, again, with the things you're teaching them, the aid them with, maybe some financial workshops would be good,
Mhm,
for to come teach the children and to teach the young adults, as they are coming of age.
absolutely.
Now, I just want to backpedal a little bit back to the title Vista Maria, the name, and then how it came to shape and be. You can give us that.
Um, it came well because Vista Maria was founded by a bunch of nuns. So
Mhm,
Maria comes from like a takeoff Mary,
Saint Maria, yeah,
right.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's just, they wanted to give a automatic feel of safety and welcome.
Right.
So pretty much they took it and, you know, it just pretty much exploded into just like something that they were uh I know at one point they weren't expecting a lot of kids to come into Vista Maria when it
Right.
first began. And
Right.
then before they knew it, they had 200
Oh, wow.
young girls and women. And so and then I know I was doing some more information because I do I wanted to refresh myself. Henry Ford's wife
Hmm.
actually donated the acres of land that Vista Maria and Dearborn Heights sits on. So she saw what was going on and she was just like, this is something that can only do good.
Right.
This is like, this is something that can positively change so many lives. And it was with that, just that donation of land, that they were able to open up like the school that's on campus so they don't
Hmm.
have to, walk far. We have these different buildings for these different situations, whether you're um, mentally behind or you really just have a lot of emotional abuse that you need to recover from. I know we have a building especially for sex trafficking victims. These people, we want to give them uh, a space specifically for what they've been through.
Hmm.
And just that allotted amount of land is just a great opportunity to do so, because you don't want to put, you know, these kids, just group them together, because
Right.
that can actually do more harm than good at the end
Yeah.
of the day. So, just being able to separate them and focus on those particular issues is something that I think that we really wanted to focus on. And then we have all this land. We have like a pool that they said they're going to start, they want to get going for the summer before it gets too late.
Yeah.
We have like little gardens and community areas for them to plant flowers.
Okay.
So,
It sounds like you're doing some really amazing work over there at Vista Maria, and that, again, it's a safe place. You talked a little bit about there. I noticed that you said after it started, you had over 200 children and women, and with this new bill and law that got revoked,
mhm.
what? So it's a safe space for women as well. Can we go into a little bit into that?
um, well, when we say, it's young women,
Hmm.
particularly, that we try to focus on, but we do focus on those who might have to go into adult foster care. So pretty much we just look at it as a need-based situation. If you're someone who just is going to need that help, you know, for a long extended amount of time, then Vista Maria wants you to be able to have those resources to do so. We're not going to wait for you to turn like 18 and be like, oh, well, hope things work out well for you. Like,
Right. No.
we're going to make sure that hopefully we can find someone, like we said, loving and willing to take you in to help you, um, or at least give you those resources to point you into the right direction to somebody that can.
Okay. Well, sounds good. And we know how we can help. Of course, taking in some of the children, necessities, school supplies, clothing, bathroom accessories, all these things, as well as just probably, giving them some hope of just saying, hey, big sister, big brother, big sister mentor programs, All
Mhm.
sound good. Is there any, we're not rushing you off. We have all the time we need because this is an important conversation, I believe, and this needs some light shed on it. But is there anything else that you want to cover, want to share with us, want to let us know?
Um, I don't know. I mean, because I could talk about Vista Maria for, like you said, for a long time. Like
Right.
I love the girls, and even when they don't really love me that day, I'll still sit with them and talk with them. I mean, just know that at the end of the day, they're not bad kids. They're kids who have been through bad situations. And that's what we just want people to just focus on and not focus on, oh, well, in the past, I heard X, Y, and Z about Vista Maria.
Right.
I the past might not be pretty, but that's why I want to focus on what Vista Maria can be, what the future can be, because at the end of the day, that's what we want these kids to focus on.
Hmm.
If we're stuck in the past, then guess what the kids are going to be stuck on.
Right.
So I just want people to just give these these children at the end of the day, whether they don't believe it or not, they're still children. Just give them a chance to just be happy and be young while they still have the chance to. Because trust me, by the time they get to our lovely age range,
Right. And you never know, they might come back and they might give back to Vista Maria. They might be in the next Ford family. So you never know what someone has
absolutely,
in them to do so. If you can, you say, it's some bad things because it's all, these children go through bad and worse situations. But are there any like positive testimonials that you can give that you got from maybe someone who took someone in, or from one of the children that maybe got older and said, I just, want to thank y'all? Any testimonies that you've seen that's like, yes, this is why I'm doing it, and that's what it's about?
um actually I saw so like I said, I came from Wayne County Juvenile, so that wasn't a good place to see any positivity, to be honest.
Right.
But being at Vismir, I saw a couple of my kids that came from the juvenile, and they're so much more happier. They're like, "Hey, Miss T, I'm getting good grades now. I'm about to get me my own apartment,"
Oh, okay.
and it's like I am so happy not to see you in a jumper. Like you have no idea how happy I am to see you just thriving and striving for better. And I know that another girl, my aunt actually adopted her. She just turned 18 a couple of days ago. Um, but my aunt is still fostering her right now. So, and I know she's happy. She's looking forward to just being how she said she's grown, but she's she's happy to start feeling like she is grown and being independent. So, it's just great to just see these kids kind of just be hopeful for the future and have dreams and goals. So, you know, I when I see someone and they're willing to tell me, "Hey, Miss T, I remember you from
Mm.
JDF," and I'm like, "I'm glad you still not at JDF, so let's just
Right.
focus on that.
Absolutely.
And what are you doing now? And what are your plans? And how can I encourage you to just keep going? And hey, let's keep in touch as much as we can." So
Hmm. Yeah. Like you said, they're still children, and there's so many words people use. Remember I was listening to a podcast or something one time, and they said when countries go to war, they use every word, but that's a man, that's a human. They call, juvenile, delinquent, and bad, and such a anything but human child. That's a child. That's someone's child, and they're going through a rough time. And maybe not as bad, but we've all been through rough things that we could, speak about, and we hoped that someone would give us a break, or give us a handout or help or some assistance. So that's what they're asking for. It seems like that's the work you're doing, and so glad to see it. I hope to only hear more positive things from Vista Maria. We're going to talk offline more about like what we can, what I can do personally, and what we here at Live in the D can do. And yes, I just hope to hear nothing but good things about it.
me too.
Yes. Oh, last question. So this is and not least, actually probably most important. How can we get in contact? How do we reach out?
Um, you can reach out by contacting vistamaria.org, or you can contact me at ltompkins at vistamaria.org. If I can't personally help you with what you're trying to do, like I said, I can pass that information along to someone who definitely can. So definitely check out our website. You can see some of the events that we have coming up. You can see how you can donate, how you can volunteer. And hey, maybe you know somebody that's looking for a job and loves working with kids. We also could use those as well. So
Absolutely. And I thank you, Vista Maria. That's vistamaria.org, or contact yourself, L. Tompkins at vistamaria.org. We thank you so much for coming on with us, Ms. Tompkins. If there's ever anything that you want to, get back on the air and talk about with us, feel free to reach out. Or somebody from Vista Maria, feel free to reach out and just let us know who you are. And if you have someone else reach out to me, just let them know you sent. let them let us know that you sent.
absolutely.
All right. We thank you so much. If there's anything else you'd love to share, then feel free. If not, we thank you and have a wonderful day.
No, I just thank you for this opportunity. I thought this was a great idea on both parts.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.